Hi guys. So in this video, I'm going to explain what range function is in Python. So in my previous video series of finding prime numbers with Python, I have used range. And I had said that I will be creating a separate small video explaining what Python range function is, and hence I'm here. So we will quickly jump in and we will start using range. So what is a range? So range is a Python function to get a sequence of numbers. So when I say sequence of numbers, so it will be like when you say range 5, it means from 0 to 5. So from 0 to 4, in fact. So it will have five count of numbers in it. So starting from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So these are 5 numbers. So in range, whatever number you specify, it will make a range of, it will make a sequence of numbers less than that number itself, right? So it basically creates a sequence. What are the arguments of this function? Okay, so the very first argument of this function is the start position. Okay, so what does a start is? So by default, this is a start argument is a optional function. The default value for start is 0. Okay, and if you pass the start value to the start argument, it will start the sequence of the numbers from the start position. So if you say range, let's say if you say it this way, range 1 to 5, then it is going to create a range of sequence of numbers starting from 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's it. Only 4 numbers in it, because it is going to leave that this number. Then what is the next argument? The next argument is the stop position, basically. So till what point you want to create this sequence of numbers, right? So this is the stop position, which this is a compulsory field. Okay, so this is a compulsory argument, and you cannot leave it. So you cannot pass on a function. You cannot run this range and then with no arguments within the parenthesis function. It will give you a result. So you will have to give a number here, 0 or 1 or 2 or 3 or 10 or 100 or 1000, whatever. Okay. So and then only the range sequence of numbers will be created. If you leave it blank, it will give you an error. So when you pass some number here, so let's say I want to start from 2 and then I want to go till 8. So 2 is the start position, 8 is the stop position. So it will start from 2. So starting from 2, then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8 is the stop position. So it will not go on the 8, right? So it will exclude the 8. So this code in Python will return a sequence of numbers starting from 2 till the number 7. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, excluding 8. And in case if you want to include 8, make sure that the stop position is 9. Okay. So and this is a compulsory function. You cannot skip this. You can write a Python function, range function like this. So here, this is nothing but the stop position. And since the start position was optional, I can skip that. So hence I have not used it. Okay, so this is a right argument. Then there is a third argument for range, that is step. What this step is, how much step while picking these sequence of numbers the function has to take. So by default, this has a default value of 1. That means when you say range of 5 and then step of 2, then it will start from 0 and then take a step of 2. So 0, 2, 4, and then it will not touch the 5. So only that much, right? So let's go into the examples now. So what if I want to print a range of numbers? Let's only go with the compulsory value. Range of, I want to print the range of numbers till 5. So if I run this, right click and run. Oh, I'm sorry, I will have to. So basically so if you only use this range, it is creating a class object. This is, it is creating a class object of range type. And if you want to have the, have its answers, its sequences printed, you will have to say for I in range 5 and then print I this way. I'm sorry. Yeah, this way. Oh, I. Okay. So if I now run this, you see the numbers got printed. Now if I give, I suggest a starting position here. Let's say I want to print it till 11 and I want to suggest the starting position as 4. Then see what will happen. So if I right click and do a run, so it will start from 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and then till 10, and it will exclude the stop position. So range always excludes the stop position. This is something you need to remember. And then comes the step function. So if I now say take a step of 2, and now if I run this, so it started from 4, then it started taking a step of 2. So initially when I hadn't mentioned anything, then it defaults to 1. But when I have mentioned it as 2, it is taking a step of 2. So 4, then 6, then 8, and then 10, right? So this way I can also make it 3, and then you will see how it changes, okay? 4, then 7, and then 10. Okay, so this is the range function. But then what is the use of this function and where all we use it? So one small example that I can quickly give you, one you have already seen. So when you want to run a loop for a number of times, you use range there. So if I want to run a sequence of code for 5 times, I'll say range of 5, right? Range of 5. If I want a loop to be, there are 10 objects and I want to run the loop starting from 3rd object to 7th object, I can say 3 and then comma 8, because I want to run till the 7th object. So 8 is the stop position, will be excluded if you remember. Okay. Whereas, so now what if someone tells you to calculate the sum of numbers, natural numbers till 100. So what? The one way is to write a function, some numbers, and give it a number like 100, give it a number, and then say sum equals to plus, okay, so for I in range x plus 1, because I want to include the 100, sum equals to plus equals to I, and let me give this sum equals to 0 here initially. Now if I run, so if I say some numbers and pass 100 to it, and if I run this, print it, if I run, so let's remove this portion of code, and if I now run it, print some numbers. Oh, okay, I haven't returned, I'm sorry. So return sum. Okay, so now if I run it, I'll get 5050, which is the sum of all numbers till 100. Okay, so what other way we can write this? So you have written this entire function. What other way we can use range to, we can do this using range is, you can simply do it this way. So sum is equals to list of numbers So, and that will be x for x in range 100, or in case if I want to include the 100, 101. So, and then I want to take the sum of it. So this way also, if I do this, execute this line of code, and let me print the sum. Print the sum. And if I now run the code, you will see the same result. So basically, what this portion of code is doing is it is creating a list of numbers till this number, till this stop range. Okay, and then it is taking the sum of all those numbers. So again, if I show you in a more detailed way, so it is creating a list. So lst is equals to, it is creating a list. As you know, lists are created this way. It is saying x for x in range, let's say 101. Oh, okay, so let's take a smaller number, let's say 11, right? So now what this list has in it is, if I print the list, you will see it has a list of numbers from 0 to 10, 0 to 10. And then with the sum of this list, you can get the sum of all numbers in the list. Okay, so if I now run it, so it will give you the sum of all numbers starting from 0 to 10. So this is what the use of range is, and this is how it works. These are the arguments. I will bring other small videos also, which I promised for, like for break, for else, and for lambda also. Just stay tuned to this channel and to this playlist. Thank you guys for watching this. Do let me know if you have any questions. Send me an email over my email ID here. If you want me to write small piece of codes for you. And yeah, that's it. Thank you guys. Give me a thumbs up if you like it, and do subscribe. Thank you.